Too early to.
And we are live. Hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Good evening. So, good morning in here in our part in Canada. Some part of in Canada. Although we have different time zones, but it's still good morning.
Yes.
For those who are people who are following my page, my name is Helen, and for people who are following my page and new people, I should say, my name is Helen. I'm the owner of this page, and so today we are going to do another uh, business global chat because we are from Canada, some are in US and Papua New Guinea. So I'm I'm still currently working full time and a proud digital business owner. So I have my colleague with me right now this morning. So I would like to invite them to introduce themselves and a little background about what they do and where they are from. So let's start with Sis Manilyn.
Hi, good morning from my end. Yeah, it's 6 a.m. here from Ohio, USA. My name is Manilyn. I'm a mom of a toddler and a wife, and happily married to my husband, Brian. And I'm a part time assistant teacher in a daycare, and I'm also a proud digital business owner. I am originally from the Philippines, so my family moved back in 2012. So we've been here in the United States. It's been 10 years, I believe. So yeah, so I found this digital business back in 2019. So I've been running this my own successful digital business. It's been 2.5 years already, and I'm so grateful that I found this business and helping people, start their own successful business. So thank you so much, Helen.
Thank you for that introduction. And let's go all the way to PNG. Sis
Yay!
G.
So hi from my end, coming live from Papua New Guinea. Port Moresby is the city that I'm in right now. It's 8:02 p.m. here in PNG. Introducing myself, my name is Jody. I am a pharmacist by profession. I work a regular day job, 8 to 5, 5 days a week, and yeah, my hobbies include baking and sewing and outdoor activities, going on outdoor adventures. I am also a proud online digital business owner since last year, October, and also the owner of the Facebook page, Jody's Online Digital Biz Hub. And I'm happy to be part of this chat group tonight. Tonight,
Thank
where
you,
I'm
Judy.
from.
Thank you. And let's welcome Sis Joanne from Canada.
Yes, thank you, Sis Helen. Yes, so good morning at my end as well. It's 4 a.m. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the side of Sis Jody. So yeah, my name is Joanne. I am originally from Philippines and I'm currently staying in Saskatchewan, Canada, same province with Sis Helen. And also I am a single mom of a 6-year-old boy and I am working full time as a medical office assistant, and I'm doing this as my side hustle. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you, Sis Helen.
Thank you, ladies. And just to let you know, guys, that we met each other through this business.
Yes.
So this is where you can see that this is global. That's why we're trying to connect from all over the world to
Mhm.
support each other. And before we go to our topic, I want to acknowledge some of our viewers. We have Sis Jing all the way from Sydney.
Ah,
Hi.
So,
hi,
good morning, Sis
Sissy.
Hi,
Jean. Thank you
Good
King.
for
morning.
being with us. So, now for our topic today, how do you handle stress when business overwhelms you? And I think this is normal for every human being because, like, we're just only be a human being, right? Things happen, and sometimes it overwhelms us, but how do you handle it? So I would like to invite Sis Joanne first to share her experience.
Okay, yes, thank you, Sis Helen. Okay, yeah. So how do you handle stress when business overwhelms you? So, in my own opinion, in my own point of view, stress is always there. Stress is always a part of the things I do, either with my family, on myself, with my work, with this business. So it's just a normal, just like what Sis Helen said. We are just human beings. So stress is really already a part of the things I do. So how do I handle stress in regards to my business? So whether this is mentally stress, emotionally stress, physically stress, financially stress. So for mentally stress, of course, when I was starting this business, I was really like having so much stress mentally because of the information that I was getting when I was doing my training. I was kind of overwhelmed with so much information. So it's like my brain cannot handle everything, right? So so yeah, so that's what happened when I was starting. And also like because I never had done this kind of business before, so so many things I didn't know, so many questions, I didn't understand the training fully. So in order for me to cope up with this kind of stress, I really reach out to my mentor, to my coach, and to the global community. So these people really helps me a lot. That's was I was able to build up my online business. I was able to cope up with that mental stress. So until now, whenever I have so many questions, I still reach out with them, and I'm so grateful that these people really help me. Like these people in front of you, they really help a lot. Like we don't know each other, but they really help. Emotionally stressed, of course, that really happens also. Like whenever I lose hope, like whenever I'm losing faith that my business is not going that well, like my business is not growing, I always go back to our mastermind, like the previous masterminds. So especially the testimonial parts from the successful business owners, it really lift me up. So I go always go back to the masterminds, and also I watch motivational videos because it's really lift my spirit, my emotions. So and also of course I keep on praying. So prayers really it's a big help. So physically stressed, although we don't really feel so much physically stressed because of the automated system that we have, but whenever like I'm so tired doing this, when I'm like in connection to my emotionally stress, I really step back. I don't work on it. Like totally I don't touch my business.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like I want to get relaxed first so I can think, I can I can get recharged, because it seems like we are like also I'm also like a battery that get drained sometimes. So I need to step back. But that's the good thing, because of the automated system that we keep on saying, the business is still going. So it never stop. It never gets tired. So, and lastly, financially, reality in life, we do really face that thing. We cannot avoid it. But then I always believe that if there's a will, there's a way. So for me, stress is not permanent. It's really something that we can control. And the stress also really helps me to, it is there to help me to grow, to grow a better person, to learn more things, to appreciate small things, and stress helps me to stand stronger. That's everything for me, Sis Helen.
Thank you, Sis Joanne. And yes, I just want to add to that, like, we have different personalities, so
Mhm,
we find ways on how to deal with it. So her ways might not be your ways, but
mhm,
you find it yourself. So it depends on, like, it's the, what's the right term for that? Now I can't think. It's hard to translate it in English, but uh, it depends on how you
How you cope with it.
handle,
yeah,
yes.
cope with it.
Mhm,
So before I go to Sis Judy, I would like to acknowledge one of our viewer all the way from Thailand. Hello, watching from Thailand, Mars Chen. Thank you for
Hello.
watching and joining
Hi.
us
Thank you so
live.
much.
Hi.
Yeah. So now let's go to Sis Judy. Mind sharing your experience?
Yes. So personally, I do not do this as a full-time thingy. It's a side hustle, but there are times that it can become overwhelming too.
Yes.
Not only the business, but also like she's shared earlier, like from work pressure, family pressure. Work counts a lot for that. But yes, we all are different, and there are different ways that we can de-stress as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
might not, um, my stress reliever might not be the same as like what you all may share, but it's basically when I get stressed, I first of all just like to put everything aside and clear my mind first.
Yeah.
So what I do, I mentioned earlier that I have hobbies. I have my hobbies would be baking and sewing. If I get stressed from work, or if there's something that's just too much sitting on my mind and that's so heavy that's distracting me, I just put that away, and I would rather do something that I enjoy doing. So I would
Mm-hmm.
rather take a piece of cloth or my patterns over to the sewing machine and start sewing away. Before long, I see everything that I like, all my sewing up on the wall, hanging up there, and then I find that I am a bit relieved. Planning is another thing that could help to really stress. So if I know I'll be really busy and I might not attend to something, then I go ahead to plan and prioritize the tasks I have. And one thing that I really like about this business, there is no selling. There is it's very portable and it's flexible. So even if I don't attend to it during the day, I'm stressed with something aside from the business and I don't attend to it, we still have an automated system that works 24/7 in the background to still give results. So I can do whatever I want, de-stress, and when I come back with a fresh mind, I can just go, okay, so this is what I have, this is what the system has done for me. What can I do now? So that's what I love about the business, and how I also it helps with stress relief. These are some of the ways um, some ways I used to relieve my stress. So basically, like I said, one of the things would be to put away my phone, because sometimes when I hold the phone, I easily get distracted. It could be either family or just chatting along with friends, or even sometimes when I'm on my business page, I get carried away with time, and then I have other tasks that pile up, which in the end adds stress.
Yeah.
So sometimes, if you share the same sentiments as me, just put away the phone, go do something you love doing. Once your mind is clear, come back. You will find that you can move forward. It should always be about moving forward. I believe stress is also there to help us realize that something is wrong. We have done something wrong, and we need to evaluate ourselves to see where we are, and refocus on how we can improve moving forward.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that's what I'd like to share
Mhm.
tonight from my
Thank you,
end.
Sis Judy. Yeah, I want to add, it remind me one of our mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
This was discussed too, that how you deal with stress, and it was mentioned that stop everything because
Mhm.
there's no point of you keeping going forward because you are not productive because you know that something is
Exactly.
bothering you. So,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and that's how things, just like with kids, right? When the
Mhm.
I do this, like my son now, he's 3 years old, so he's in
Mm.
this stage of testing my patience, and like
Yeah.
I just walk away because like no, I cannot deal with you right now. I'd rather walk away, and like he knows already, understand that like oh I did bad, so like
Mhm.
that's the thing that like if you know how to handle that, like you yourself will understand that, right? So like
Mhm.
I need to do this so that I'm it going to stop. So that's just thank you, Sis Judy, for sharing that. And now let's go to Sis Manolin.
Hey, I'm back again. Yeah, so I can totally relate with you, sis Helen, with the 3-year-old.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I myself have a 3-year-old daughter. And yeah, she's testing my patience every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so how do I handle my stress if it's overwhelmed me, like this business? So starting a business without any business background, yeah, it's really overwhelming for me. Yeah,
Yes.
so
Mhm.
it comes with that part, like there's always ups and downs in a business. It's part of the it's part of everyday life, I will say. And
Mhm.
stress is I believe it's normal. It's just how we interact, how we react, how we cope with it. So yeah, when I started a business, it's just on me because I don't that time I don't have that full support of my partner. So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in the beginning, and there's time also that uh, I get I did the social media. Social media. That's what we always do. Social media attraction, and I got shut down. I got shut down. I got shut down in Facebook. So that's my like one big experience when I started this business. So what I did is I took a break. I took a break from the business, and I came back stronger. So I learned from my mistakes. Um, I evaluate what part did I do wrong in the business, in the training and stuff. So yeah, I took a break for a couple months actually. So I'm in this slow progress learning process time. And yeah, I just go back where I started, where what is my why. So what is my strong why? It's for my family. That's why I started this business. And I usually find like people that I can talk to, my mentor coach, sis Joan mentioned earlier, and talk to them like what I did wrong, like what you guys did when you encountered this issue with your business. So that's really helped me a lot. There's always people that you can count on. Especially with this business, we have this big community of people that are very supportive and uplifting. And yeah, I always go back to my why, and I did not give up. Taking a break is really helped me too. And I find some kind of books that help me, like motivate me and restart, recharge. That's what Sis Joan said. And it helps me too, listening to some motivational videos and staying plugged in and didn't give up. So I'm really grateful that I come across this business, and I am not alone in this business. And there's always support that you can count on. And yeah, so praying helps me too, trust that God has a great plan for us, and just keeping that faith and believing in myself, yeah, as I go through the process. And yeah, so I'm just so grateful that I have God, that I have you guys, my business colleagues, that support me and how to deal this overwhelming daily life, busy life, and with all those responsibilities that comes with it. So yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you,
Thank
Sis
you.
Manny. And so, for our viewers, as you heard, all of us deal with this stress differently, hey? But honestly speaking, when I was new here, I don't even know the word stress. We were just talking at work, like, maybe because we came from a world country as well, and it depends from where you grow up. That if things happen, just suck it up. But when I came here, they said, "What's this stress?" And like, okay, I know we learn English, but like to specifically understand deeper the meaning of stress, it's funny because like for me growing up, like we deal with this every day. But as you come here and deal with life in here, because the life is totally different back home, right? And when you come here and they define all this thing that's happening, oh, so that's how it is, and that's how you deal with it. That okay, this happens and I'm going to do it like this. So it really depends on how you fight back, because like that's a normal thing that happen in life. Like as sis Joanne says, like we have emotional stress, financial stress, like we have those different kind of stress. And I what's that? I connect with sis Manilin with her saying about the business that is overwhelming when I was starting, because like I'm asking my coach like, what am I doing wrong? I did this, I followed this, and like sometimes when you are new, and especially at that time I was still doing my financial advisor thing. So for me, like, I think I can do both. I think I can do both. Only to find out that no, I'm not focusing on one thing. That's why sometimes if you don't set your mindset and focus on one thing, sometimes that's when you're being lost. So I think it's normal for especially mothers to trying to be multitaskers, right? Sometimes we are lost in the way, and me, that's my big mistake. Like I feel like, oh, I'm superwoman, I can do this, but only to find that like, oh my gosh,
We are
sometimes you're
human.
being lost because with my mentor's help, she was like, I called her my angel because she guided me all the way. Although we have a big supportive global community,
Mm-hmm.
like today now we are globally talking right now, we have that support. But for to have someone to really guide you in every step of the way, especially when I was losing faith, that like, I don't know what am I doing wrong. I followed your advice, I followed your training, and sometimes you get frustrated, right? If like sometimes I think that's a I learned this from business, to learn to slow down. Sometimes you always want that, if we did something today, we want gratification tomorrow. Like we need to
Mhm.
I'm grateful for this business because of the personal development. I learned to slow down and to understand things. Because and that, as Sis Manila said, like I have a partner before too that I didn't get any support, and he's the one who doesn't believe me at all, that like, oh, that's a scam, and it hurts because sometimes the person you think that's going to support you is the one who's belittling you, and it's hard. So like that's one of the thing too, that like it's stressful because like, is he right? Sometimes you kind of doubt yourself even if
Mm-hmm.
you focus like, no, this is real, this is real. So when that's when I got my T4 and like, here, see it for yourself. It's
Mhm.
real. That's when I think that's one of the thing too that push me like, this is real. I need to fight back no matter what. And I'm doing this as a side hustle as well. So I'm doing it slow, but as I said, as long as you stay in line, there. I think we're losing her connection.
Welcome back.
Then you will
I'm
finish the
back.
finish line no matter what. Even it takes you 5 to 10 years, it doesn't matter. As long as you hold on to that faith that I'm going to get this. Because one of the things too that even though I'm doing slow and I'm not giving up is the legacy. I'm thinking of the legacy that I'm going to leave it to my son, especially I'm a single parent. I don't know what will happen tomorrow or in the future, but I have this something that I'm going to leave it for my son, that I'll be proud that I did this for you. So that's one of the thing, like how I cope up with the stress. So as Sis Manil, always go back to your why. What's the reason why you started this in the first place? That's and I think that's always the motivation, right? Why we are moving forward. Like why we did this for a reason, because we want something. We want we want to change. And looking at with all the testimonies, how it changed people's lives. That's one of the motivation. Like go to our private group and read all the testimonies. It's so uplifting because like this started from this, and like look at them now,
Mhm.
listening all to these struggles, their journeys, and their success stories. It's so fulfilling to see, and that's why we are here, we're doing this live as well, because we want to share this blessing that we have found, to share you guys as well, I to help with you if you're if you're willing, if you're coachable, if you're willing to learn and dig deeper, because it's for your own self, right? We are not doing this for someone else. This is for us, like the personal development that we gain from this business, no one will take it from us. It will stay for us forever as we grow our business and as we grow as a person. So I think that's it for me. I think I talked too much. Any more insight, ladies?
But it's all great information, Sis Helen.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yeah, great insights. Yeah, I will also like to ask that surrounding your people with, like, positive people, it
Mhm.
helps too,
Yeah.
like you guys, like sharing, inspiring other people. It helps like with coping stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we are not.
Like-minded
You are
people.
not alone. Like you are not
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
alone. Mm-hmm.
How about you, Sis Judy? Any more insight?
Nah.
Okay.
I think I think I share the same sentiments as everyone else shared tonight as well. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So I think that's it for now. So we are planning to. We try to do this every week. So we are looking forward to see you next week again, so that we can give you more. We can share more of our journeys and to inspire anyone who are watching, who are sitting in the finch to like get it there, took action, because that's how we started. We took that leap of faith to get going, and so we're looking forward to see you next week, and I hope to see you guys again. So have a lovely evening, lovely good morning wherever you're around the world, and take care and be safe. And I think COVID is going back to normal, hopefully. Cross fingers and, of
Yep.
course, prayers, right? That
Yes.
everything will go back to normal.
Yes.
And thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies, for being with me today. So,
Our pleasure.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thank
Thank
you
uh,
too.
you.
goodbye,
God bless
everyone.
all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a
God
good
Bye.
bless.
day.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us live.
Yep.
Okay.
You're welcome.
There you go.